Hello, lettering friend. I'm Sarah from Ensign Insights. When I say I quit the Instagram game, I don't mean I quit Instagram altogether, although there have been weeks where I did quit, but I'll get to that. I mean, I quit the Instagram game. If you don't know what the Instagram game is, let me explain. I also want to preface this with saying that Instagram isn't all bad. I really like Instagram for a lot of reasons, but this is just my experience with my mental health as it relates to Instagram on my hand lettering account. If you want to get big on Instagram, you have to follow certain rules of the game. Post a certain amount of times, respond to comments at just the right time, post reels and stories, find the right hashtags, boost your engagement, respond to DMs, all the things. A lot of these are good practices whether or not you want to get big on Instagram, but it becomes a problem when the prize you're rewarded with is going viral. Going viral feels really good, and you can get thousands of followers from one viral post. But what started happening to me is that I was chasing that prize and I was creating lettering just for Instagram. Instead of pushing my art in new directions for myself, I was creating lettering videos that I knew would most likely go viral. But that didn't have any substance and it wasn't sustainable. If I ever needed a vacation or even a break on the weekend, my numbers would fall, so I felt like I couldn't ever take a break. As Taylor Swift's song says, when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. The prize of a viral video only lasts so long before you have to go chasing another one. If that's the goal, it's always out of reach. So I quit the Instagram game. I started taking lots of breaks and posting a lot less. And you know what happened? Well, first of all, I lost tens of thousands of followers. I had around 135K followers at the beginning of 2021, and I'm down to 122K a year later. Watching that fall was pretty painful because I worked so hard to build it. I spent so much time. It felt like I was being punished for taking care of my mental health, and that's not how it should feel. So I had to remind myself that no amount of followers is worth my mental health. And all of those followers I lost probably came from some viral video of mine instead of for a real connection to what I do in my hand lettering. The other thing that happened is that I can now use Instagram more intentionally with how it fits into my life and makes my life better instead of chasing numbers. When I let go of caring about numbers, I can show up as me, who I actually am, this actual life that I'm living outside of my phone. I truly believe that will help me bring more value when I do share on Instagram. I can connect with my people in a more meaningful way when I'm actually living my life. And living life can be slow, and it includes taking lots of breaks. We should all be taking more breaks and slowing down. I was listening to the Creative Pep Talk podcast, and episode 339 is all about social media. It's definitely worth a listen, and he has a Skillshare class, which in my opinion is the best resource for learning how to use social media as a human being. I'll link that below. But in the podcast, he says, if you don't prioritize life, your art will be dead and hollow. If you sacrifice your life and human connection for the algorithm, maybe you'll get ahead in the short term, but in the long term, you won't have any art at all. In order to make sure that your art is on point, you've got to prioritize life over social media life. In January 2021, I took my first month-long break from Instagram. I had read the book Digital Minimalism by Cal Newport, which I highly recommend, and I followed his suggestion to delete the app off my phone, and I committed to not getting on for a month. Now, I don't know if everyone needs to be this drastic, but I know I needed it. I had only taken 1 week off of Instagram in the past 5 years. During that month of a social media detox, I kept pulling up my phone to open Instagram, but instead of Instagram, I started using Notion, and I would pull it up and I would write down thoughts that I was having. It's really interesting to read back through these thoughts now, and I want to share some with you. So here are 7 insights that I had while on my Instagram detox. Number 1, I think I had some kind of withdrawal at first, but then I started feeling so good. I was less irritable. I felt like I could be more present. I felt more in control of my life. I could think clearly. I used to never have focused time to dig into my insights and things I was learning. Instagram can add a lot of clutter to my brain. Number 2, I feel so good. I organized my desk. I cleaned and organized all of my files. I decluttered my house. I decluttered my brain and started using Notion. I realized that sometimes I pull out my phone because I'm bored or don't want to think about something or feel something, and I just want to numb myself by scrolling. Now, instead, I have to think, is there something on my phone that will actually help me right now? Number 3, I feel way better about myself. I feel confident in what I'm doing with my life, and I don't feel so much like I need to be doing what everyone else is doing. I have felt better about my lettering because I'm not seeing what anyone else is doing. I want to choose when I'm looking for inspiration and who I'm looking at for inspiration. There's something about seeing what everyone else is doing that makes you doubt everything that you're doing, and you can't even think clearly because you see what's working for someone else, and you think maybe you have to be doing that too. Number 4, I love the good things about Instagram, but sometimes I'd go on to do one quick thing and 30 minutes later, I'm reading someone's post and I can't even remember how I landed on that. I decided I can't keep living like that. I don't want to look back on my life and say, wow, I was really good at scrolling Instagram. Number 5, I do miss the memes. I saw the broccoli casserole video and that totally made my life a little bit better. I think the hardest part is feeling like I'm probably losing so many followers and I probably will never get my engagement back. I'm wondering if that's going to hurt my business. Number 6, I feel good about going to bed at night because I feel satisfied with my day. Satisfied with what I got done. I actually love what I create. I love it. I don't care about doing the trendy thing or the thing that is going to get more likes. I don't care if it gets the validation because I really love it. I can wake up in the morning with a clear mind instead of reaching for my phone to post something. Number 7, I'm a much more interesting person to talk to. Obviously, that's just my opinion. I have more thoughts to share because I can talk about the books I'm reading or the things that I'm experiencing as I'm living my life instead of guess what I saw on Instagram. Since that initial month break, I took several weeks and months off Instagram through the year, and it always feels so good. Don't get me wrong, I love the connections that I've made through Instagram. Seriously, they're so good. When I started lettering, I wouldn't have started anywhere besides Instagram, so it's really done a lot for me in my business. When I started, it felt really good to share what I was creating, and I am still blown away by the amazing friends and connections that I've made with people all over the world. And like I said, I'm not quitting Instagram altogether. There's enough good that I do like being there sometimes, just not at the expense of my mental health. So that's why I quit the Instagram game. I am prioritizing my life first, and then when it feels good, I can get on Instagram for the amazing connections. I'm going to do what feels good in my life so I can share the best version of myself. Thank you for being here with me, whether or not I have viral videos. I think one thing I like about YouTube is that I don't have as many viral videos, so it feels like a fun place to be able to play and connect with you. Thank you for watching. I'd love to hear if you'd consider doing a social media detox, whether that's from all social media or just one app like Instagram. Let me know, and I'll see you next time.